What's good, y'all? Vibe with me. Let's talk about it. Now, everybody been talking about the NBA GOAT debate between Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron. But they've been leaving Kobe out, but it's cool. That's why I'm here. We're going to have the right debate between Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron because it's just right to do so. Until somebody give me a real solid reason why Kobe ain't in the debate, then, you know what I'm saying? And even if they do, it ain't going to be a good reason. It just ain't no good reason. You feel me? In this particular video, I guess you can almost say this is a part 3. Part 1, I told y'all how he was the underdog, won the #1 draft pick, won the top 5 draft pick, didn't run his team straight out the gate, barely saw minutes the first 2 years, and still became arguably one of the greatest players of all time in a lot of people's eyes. In my eyes, he is the greatest one to step on that court. Part 2, I went over competition levels, as far as individual rivalries and just people he had to surpass and great players that was playing great at the time he was playing great, and he had to outshine those players, i.e. Allen Iverson, T-Mac, the whole nine. Basically summed it up by saying Kobe faced the end of Jordan era, was able to go against Jordan, faced Pippen, the end of that era, Karl Malone, John Stockton, shit like that, Gary Payton. Faced his era with a bunch of stars. Shaq, he faced him at a point in time. You get what I'm saying. Iverson, T-Mac, Ray Allen, the whole nine, Paul Pierce, KG, Tim Duncan. Then he also faced LeBron's era, Carmelo, LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, the whole nine. You feel what I'm saying? So that was part 2, giving y'all the reasons why I feel Kobe is the best between the 3. Is better than LeBron and Jordan, and is the greatest of all time in my eyes. So you can say this is kind of part 3 right here. This is basically just going over their teammates, you feel me? So it's just the teammates they had through all their championship years. So Jordan, I just looked at the 6 championship years he won. Kobe, I looked at the 5 teams that he had on his championships. LeBron, I looked at the 4 he had for his. We're going to go over it right quick. I ain't going to even put the stats into it because it's going to make it a little longer. If y'all want stats to back it up, we can do that as well, just, to get where I'm coming from. But also, I will state, when I'm looking at these players, we're going to use our common sense. Like, it ain't always about stats. It's a lot of intangibles to go along with it. So I know we got people that look at it how they look at it, and we even got trolls. So if you're going to be on that time, that's cool. Just do your thing. But for the people that's really here for the debate, you know what I'm saying? Just, these players, if you've seen these players and you know how good they were and how clutch they were in moments, and everything don't get on the stat sheet, you know what I mean? Especially if you're a good defender, if you're just a good IQ basketball player, it's a lot that don't get on the sheet. Just being a good teammate in the locker room. But this video about the supporting cast that they had, you feel me? So we're going to get into it. We're gonna go over Michael Jordan teammates right quick, just to go over their teammates, and then we're gonna get right into the real deal. Michael Jordan had 3 Hall of Famers he played with off rip, you know what I'm saying? He had Scottie Pippen, Hall of Famer, 6 rings with him. Dennis Rodman, Hall of Famers, 3 rings with him. Tony Kukoc, Hall of Famer, 3 rings with him. He got 3 rings with Horace Grant. That was a good player as well. John Paxson, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, Luke Longley, Bill Cartwright. I'm not really going to put Craig Hodges on there. That was his last 2 years in the NBA. He averaged 5 points in 91, averaged 4.3 in 92. In the playoffs, he averaged 4.7 in 91 and averaged about 2.5 points per game in 92. I know a lot of people bring him up because he was a good 3-point shooter. Side note, I'm also going to leave off Robert Parrish. He a Hall of Famer. Y'all know him from his Celtics days. That was his last year in the NBA when he played with the Bulls in 1997 and won that ring with Michael Jordan. It's dope to see that he played with Jordan, though, even though they was whooping on Jordan for a few years with them Celtics years. Robert Parrish won the ring with the Celtics in 81, 84, and 86, just to put that out there. But overall, we got 3 Hall of Famers. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a lot more information into that as well, but we're going to stick to this topic right here. All right, we're going to get to Kobe Bryant's teammates through his 5 championship seasons. We got Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, Big Diesel. He a Hall of Famer, won 3 rings with Kobe. We got Pau Gasol, Hall of Famer, won 2 rings with Kobe. We got D. Fish, won 5 rings with Kobe. Lamar Odom, Robert Ory, Rick Fox. I put Horace Grant on there as well. I also put Ron Harper on there as well, even though they was, well, I can't say that. They did their thing when they was over there. Trevor Ariza as well. Andrew Bynum, but we all know. Well, we can discuss Andrew if you want to. Metta World Peace. Glenn Rice. I put Glenn Rice on there. He was able to get a ring with the Lakers as well. AC Green as well. I left off a few players for Kobe. I left off Shannon Brown, Devin George, a couple more players, you know what I'm saying. And we're going to go ahead and get into LeBron list. His teammates, his supporting cast for the 4 championship seasons he's had. I got down Dwayne Wade, Hall of Famer. 2 rings with LeBron. Chris Bosh. 2 rings with LeBron. Shane Battier, Mike Miller, Udonis Haslem, Ray Allen, Hall of Famer. 1 ring with LeBron. I got Kyrie Irving, 1 ring. Kevin Love, 1 ring. We got J.R. Smith on that thing. Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, because he was a champion before he won with the Lakers. That's help. Rajon Rondo was a champ before he won with the Lakers. That's help. Danny Green was a champ a couple times. You know what I'm saying? He had won a year prior to winning with the Lakers in 2020. So that's the list for LeBron. Now, I want to go into stats, but it'll be long. This whole shit would be about 30, 40 minutes if I would have broke down the stats for each player, but I really wanted to. It is what it is. That being said, let's get into the real reason why we're doing this video. We just heard the teammates from everybody, from Mike, from Kobe, from LeBron. Now let's determine who had the least amount of help throughout their championship runs in the NBA. For Michael Jordan, that's 6. Kobe, that's 5. LeBron, that's 4. Let's get to it. We're going to start with the point guard position because we're going to break this thing down. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and the center position. Now, y'all can debate between yourself. Y'all let me know who y'all think in each position in the comment section below. Let's start off with point guard. We're going to start off with Michael Jordan. Through his 6 championship seasons, his point guards was B.J. Armstrong, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, and John Paxson. Kobe Bryant's point guards through his 5 championship seasons was Derek Fisher, Ron Harper, Steve Blake. And LeBron James' point guards through his 4 championship seasons was Mario Chalmers, Kyrie Irving, and Rajon Rondo. So, with that being said, y'all can think about who got the least amount of help at point guard position throughout their championship run. And for me, it's Kobe. You can debate Kobe or Mike on some real shit. They both had Ron Harper. Ron Harper did a little bit more with Jordan, but Ron Harper was a good defensive player as well for both teams. B.J. Armstrong, Steve Kerr, John Paxson, Derek Fisher, and Steve Blake is what it really comes down to. I'm going to give Kobe that. I think he had the least amount of help at point guard position. With Kyrie Irving and Rajon Rondo, LeBron basically had the better point guards out of the 3. But I'm not mad if y'all can debate between MJ and Kobe. But I think Steve Kerr, John Paxson, and B.J. Armstrong over just D-Fish and Steve Blake. Even though D-Fish my guy, but D-Fish and Steve Blake, I think MJ got that one over Kobe. So I get Kobe the least amount of help at point guard. LeBron had the most amount of help at that point guard position. And with that being said, while we on the point guard position, Derek Fisher won 5 rings with my dog Kobe Bryant. And for his career, he only averaged 3 assists per game. Derek Fisher was a good point guard, don't get me wrong, but he did not average a lot of assists, man. He was not that guy when it comes to assists. Throughout his 5 championship seasons with Kobe, the highest assist average he had in a regular season was 4.4 assists. And in the playoffs was only 3 assists per game. That's the highest he averaged throughout the 5 championship seasons. Now, Kobe, on the other hand, throughout his 5 championship seasons with Derek Fisher, in the regular season, his highest assist per game average was 5.5 in 02. And in the playoffs was 6.1 assists per game in the 2001 season. For his career, he averages 4.7 assists. That's more than the 3 assists per game that Derek Fisher averages. Not shitting on Derek Fisher at all. I'm just trying to make a point that Kobe created his own shot. And Kobe was able to distribute the ball more than people let on. You know what I'm saying? More than people give him the credit for, because everybody I named on his list, I'm pretty sure he averaged more assists than all those guys. So all the people that he played with through his championship seasons, he averaged more assists than everybody. You feel what I'm saying? We think Lamar Odom might average more assists. I thought he did as well, but the numbers don't show that. And Paul Gasol didn't average more assists than Kobe as well. So with that being said, y'all got to give my man some credit. Everybody say he was just shooting the ball all the time. But point guard position, I get at the Kobe. Sorry about that. Let's get to the shooting guard position. This should be fairly simple. Jordan had Jordan. Kobe had Kobe. LeBron had Dwayne Wade and Ray Allen. So how I look at it, either you're going to pick Michael Jordan or you're going to pick Kobe. LeBron win the shooting guard position by default. That's not shitting on D-Wade, because he's a great player. When it comes to top 5, top 3 shooting guards, you got it right here. Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Wade. And you could argue AI, T-Mac, a few more people. You feel what I'm saying? But by default, LeBron James had the least amount of help at shooting guard, because Wade's going against MJ and Kobe, even though LeBron had Wade and and Ray Allen. Ray Allen in his latter years. But LeBron got that one, shooting guard position. So LeBron fans, chill, fuck out. It's all good. You feel me? Small forward position. Who had the least amount of help? Let's start with Michael Jordan. He had Scottie Pippen, a Hall of Famer, and Scottie Pippen's stats is crazy. Man, I got much respect for Scottie Pippen, but I got even more now just looking at all his stats throughout the 6 championship years. He really developed he really just kept getting better and just stayed consistent with MJ. You got to salute MJ for that, bro, and Scottie Pippen, but he did his thing. He was a beast on defense, and Scottie Pippen averaged a lot of assists. Through his 6 championship seasons with Michael Jordan in the regular season, Scottie Pippen averaged 6.2 assists. That's combining all 6 years. Altogether, he averaged 6.2 assists per game. And in the playoffs, throughout the 6 years of winning rings with Mike, he averaged 5.5 assists per game. He was doing his thing, bro. And you know some of them assists had to go to Michael Jordan. You feel me? But let's get back to it. Mike had 2 Hall of Famers. He had Scottie Pippen at small forward, and he had Tony Kukoc at small forward. Let's look at Kobe Bryant's small forward list. He had Metal World Peace, Ron Artest. He had, in his latter years, even though he was still good. We had Rick Fox. We had L.O., who played the small forward and power forward position. We had Trevor Ariza with Kobe. Now let's look at LeBron. Obviously, he had LeBron. That's all I really got to say. I could have said Shane Battier before what and Mike Miller before what. We just going to say LeBron. Who y'all think had the least amount of help at small forward? I'm going to let y'all decide that, and I'm going to tell y'all why I think it is. It's Kobe, obviously. He had Metal World Peace at a latter year. I like that side. That's a solid 4. Rick Fox, Lamar Odom, Trevor Ariza, Metal World Peace. But that's not beating 2 Hall of Famers and Pippen and Kukoc, and they not beating LeBron. So we got to be real about this, right? If Bron is the GOAT, y'all not picking none of them over them. And y'all not picking Pippen and Kukoc over the 4 Kobe had. So Kobe had the least amount of help at small forward. We just being real with the topic now. Y'all can't debate that. Y'all can debate the point guard with MJ. I don't think y'all can debate that. So far, Kobe got the point guard position and the small forward position when it comes to least amount of help. Power forward position. Michael Jordan had the great Dennis Rodman, and looking at his stats, Rodman was good with the Pistons when he won back-to-back rings, but he was a monster. His points took a hit, but he was a monster with the Bulls. The guy was a problem. And then he also had Horace Grant, who was drafted to the Bulls in the first round, top 10 pick, I believe. And he was decent. Like I told y'all, fun fact, Michael Jordan won his first MVP, Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant rookie year, because Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen came out in the same draft. That's just a fun fact. But Rodman, Horace Grant for Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant had my dog Robert Horry. Horace Grant, latter Horace Grant, still started a lot of games that year he won with the Lakers. And salute to Horace Grant. He did his thing, you feel what I'm saying, with a lot of different teams. Also, Kobe had Paul Gasol, who played power forward and center. You feel what I'm saying? He played power forward and center. So Kobe had Robert Horry, Horace Grant, Paul Gasol at the power forward position. Let's go over to LeBron. He had Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis at the power forward position. Now, y'all take a look at that. Y'all see who y'all think had the most help and who had the least help. Not the most. Who had the least help. Least amount of help at power forward. I'm going to tell y'all who I think out the gate. Y'all can say I'm biased, but it's right there in y'all face, bro. Kobe Bryant. This one could be a little, you can have a little debate, but if you cross out Horace Grant for each one, for Michael Jordan and Kobe, you got Robert Horry and Paul Gasol versus Rodman. That's a toss-up, but I think Rodman, he a true Hall of Famer for sure. Not saying Paul Gasol ain't, salute to him. Rodman is better than Paul Gasol and Robert Horry, even though they clutch as well. But I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the GM, because you gotta look at this like you a fantasy GM. Who you picking? You picking Dennis Rodman in his prime, the Dennis Rodman that Michael Jordan had, or you picking Paul Gasol or Robert Horry? Who are you picking? Especially the way that the game is now. They both would be good. Rodman gonna get rebounds. He don't need to score a lot. Paul Gasol can shoot. You know what I'm saying? And stretch the flow. But that's a debate y'all gotta have. But I think Rodman is better than Paul Gasol. So with that being said, I'm giving the power forward position to Kobe. Quick side note: even though Paul Gasol was a power forward / center for those championship years with the Lakers, he was listed as a center. Even though they had Andrew Bynum, we already discussed that Andrew Bynum missed a lot of games, especially in the playoffs. So for the most part, Paul Gasol did play the center position, with LO playing the power forward position. Just to sum up that power forward debate, because it's basically LO and Robert Horry and Horace Grant. But I still put Paul Gasol in the mix. But Paul Gasol was mostly playing the center position for Kobe and the Lakers. It kind of just won the whole case for me already. Point guard position, Kobe had the least amount of help. Small forward position between the three, Kobe had the least amount of help. Power forward position between the three, Kobe had the least amount of help. The center position, we know Kobe had the most help because he had Shaq, but we're going to go over it. Michael Jordan had Bill Cartwright, Luke Longley. Kobe had Shaq, had a Bynum for a few games, like 115 games in them 2 championship seasons. And Bynum's stats went down drastically in the playoffs. It's like, you get what I'm saying, but we ain't gonna even go there. That's a good talent. He just couldn't. Injuries took him out, man. Salute to him. Salute to Brandon Roy, people like that. And then Kobe had Paul Gasol because he played power forward and center. So I give y'all that. Kobe had the most help at center. But your boy LeBron also had Dwight Howard. He a legend in his own right. I don't give a fuck how y'all look at him. JaVale McGee was able to win a ring and learn how to win and revamped his whole game with the Golden State Warriors. That was a great sight to see. And Anthony Davis, obviously one of the best bigs in the game for a while now in the current NBA. So I give Kobe the most help. I think Jordan had the least help at center. So to recap everything, because I know I probably was everywhere, but I know y'all follow along. To recap everything, the point guard position, Kobe had the least amount of help. LeBron had the most amount of help. Shooting guard position, that's a toss-up between who had the most amount of help, depending on if you like Kobe or MJ. But I give LeBron that. He had the least amount of help at shooting guard. Small forward position, Kobe Bryant had the least amount of help. However you take it, if you think Pippen and Kukoc is better than LeBron, or you think LeBron is the GOAT, LeBron had the most help because he had himself. You get what I'm saying? Same situation for the shooting guards. When it comes to power forward, you got Rodman and Horace Grant. You got Horry, Horace Grant, Paul Gasol. Depending on where you go with it, I think Kobe had the least amount of help at power forward, bro. Now you got to take into account all 3 of these players didn't play at the same time with Kobe, so don't be stupid with the shit, bro. Kobe had the least amount of help at power forward. I'm giving that power forward position to the most amount of help to LeBron, Bosh, Love, and Anthony Davis. That kind of trumped Rodman and Horace Grant, especially the way Bryant play. All those guys stretched the court. That he had the most help, the valuable help at power forward was LeBron. So Kobe, the least amount of help at power forward. When it comes to centers, I got Jordan with the least amount of help with Bill Cartwright, who was a good player. Don't get me wrong. They had nice numbers, bro. He averaged 7.7 points in the regular season, about 7 in the playoffs through his 3 years he won with Jordan. You feel what I'm saying? All combined. And Luke did his thing as well. He averaged about 10 in the regular season through his championship runs with Jordan. And in the playoffs, he averaged about 7.6 points per game. So they was doing their thing, don't get me wrong. But between all 3 of them, I give Jordan the least amount of help at center when shit was rough in the NBA. You feel what I'm saying? It was a big man game at that time still. It was a lot of bigs in the league. So add on to the greatness of MJ. But overall, just being honest, man, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. Debate. That's why they don't want to add Kobe, because his shit gonna add up. It don't add up. If they add Kobe, they can't even say it's gonna be bad. You feel me? Point guard position didn't have the help they had. Small forward position didn't have the help they had. Power forward position didn't have the help they had. He made it happen with him in the center, basically. And that's why he the GOAT. This part 3, I wasn't trying to be everywhere. I'm going to end it right here. I got stats. If we want to go over some stats for some of these players, we can talk about it. This is why Kobe is better than Jordan and LeBron to me. You feel me? Not saying that them boys ain't great, because Jordan, my second favorite player all time. All time. When it comes to top 5, I got to think about it. Because I got Shaq there because of just the love and respect I got for Shaq. And he was so fucking dominant. I got to put Shaq there because I got so much love for Kobe. Or how the fuck I can't have love for Shaq? Why wouldn't I? That shit pissed me off when they broke up. But Shaq, he in my top 5. I got 2 more. It's crazy. LeBron be there. It's crazy. KD was there. You know, I got mad love for T-Mac and AI, Magic Johnson. So the last 2, that's the whole video in itself. Maybe the last 3, but I know it's Kobe and Jordan for sure. And LeBron got to be in there somewhere. I don't know. Top 5 is tough for me for sure. But with that being said, I ain't going to keep y'all too long. Had to stop by, give y'all a video. Other than that, y'all be smooth, believe. Lead with love. Until the next time, vibe.